Welcome to REECAAAP UFC Vegas 78 post weigh-in prediction show. Doing a little bit early today because tomorrow I have a obstacle course 5K race. Dreadful that I signed up for in March, regretting it. But needless to say, we're going to go through this card, give our predictions, and make our, of course, our. Did we win our three? No. Ignacio Bahamondes. Oh, he effed it up for us, right?
Big time.
Yep. And I told you guys about Cody Durden too. I told you.
I had that fucker in every parlay or every DraftKings lineup. It was awful.
Boy, this card here, a lot of low level fights here. This
is not the best card in the world. 3
girl fights. Ugh. But whatever, we're gonna go through it anyway. Bout Betters, what's going on, buddy?
Bout Better.
I've
seen the show a couple times. I like it.
Is a smoke and drink show, the fancy beers and cigars show.
No, I just seen it with the voice.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I have to check it out.
Yeah. So let's get on with this. I guess the curtain jerker. We got Juliana Killer Miller taking on Luana Santos. I think this is Luana Santos's UFC debut, correct? Could be wrong.
I believe it is.
It is. She's coming out of the LFA. All right, Dave. Let's open one of these resumes up and see.
Let's start with Luana Santos. Come on, we got you.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got you. 5-1.
Let's see if she's a can crusher or if she's actually beat anybody with a name, right? She is beautiful. I give her that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. But you know what? Good looks don't win fights. So, I like that she's got 3 amateur fights. That's nice. But aside from that, look at the records of her opponents. Horrible. I mean, the best record is like 4-1 and undefeated at 3-0. So, unproven female fight. Man, this is horrible. But I think for some reason, she might be the favorite here because recency biased. Juliana Miller is coming off a loss to Veronica Hardy. It used to be before she got married. It was Veronica Macedo, I think, or something like that.
Yes,
it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. I remember it was over at it was in London, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Veronica Hardy was in her backyard because she's married to what's his name, the fighter
now the Hangman Hardy.
Yes, Hardy, correct. But you know, I like that Juliana Miller beat Brogan Walker. Brogan Walker's like she's decorated from other regional scenes. She's like decent. She's from I think Brazilian, what's that, Combate or some shit? I don't know, but she's like has a reputation amongst regional scene fights. And if you look at her Tapology, she's got a bunch of grappling shit in there, which is awesome. I love seeing that. And I think that's her recipe to get this fight to the ground and use her grappling to take out Luana Santos. However, I guess Luana Santos is a Brazilian black belt, BJJ black belt, so careful there. So female fights, I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna go with Killer Miller because she's got a little bit more experience. She has more fights. And I like her win against Brogan Walker. Her loss to Veronica Hardy, it is what it is. Veronica Hardy's she's known, she's been around, so it's not horrible. Aside from that, there's nobody else in the resume that I recognize right off the top. And she's got a nice undefeated amateur record too. So I'm going to go with Killer Miller, Juliana Miller. And I did watch the face-off. No shorts. She's came in right bikini shit, so I love that. This is a tough card, low level, tough card. El Conejo. We'll get to that, buddy. We'll get to that. Don't jump ahead. Look, there's Luana Santos, and here comes nothing to hide. Just wear the bikini bottom. Love it. showing buns. I still think Luana Santos is the more attractive girl, but like I said, good looks don't win fights.
Agreed.
Killer Miller, I think, is going to be the more aggressive fighter, and like look at all the grappling in her resume. So I think she's going to take this to the ground and use that grappling to win out a decision with some control time and shit. Real News MMA, you haven't caught a live one in forever. It's been like weeks.
Hey, what's up, Real News? Nice to see you in the chat, man.
Oh, who won you owe a shirt for somebody. Who won Tapology last week? It was
Dirty Red.
Dirty Red. Right. He comes on tonight for sure.
Dirty Red came in first. I think Johnny K Picks was in second. Yeah, it was a good card last week.
I went 8-4. Ugh, but whatever. I like broke even with the bet, so no loss there. Did you watch her stand up last fight? Did you watch her weigh in? I think Miller is a fraud. A lot of people are saying that too. What's her name? Veronica Hardy took her down like 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think a lot of people are underestimating Veronica Hardy too. Juliana Miller was touted for a bit when she was like in Ultimate Fighter. She was supposed to be like something special when coming out of there, and she did beat Brogan the Bear Walker, so that's a good win for her. Ground and pound too. So it was in round 3, so she knows she's got the cardio to go the full fight. I'm taking Juliana Miller by decision. What are you guys thinking?
Well, Ranj, Dave, is it cool if I jump in there? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, I'm a stay-at-home dad, Ranj. I don't really have. I start. I'm going back to school to be a broker. I start in like 3 weeks, but that's 3 weeks away from now, so I still have nothing to do. I did a deep dive on this one right here, and Luana Santos. I don't remember the detail, but she's some kind of judo champion as well as being a jiu-jitsu black belt. And I watched both of their fights. And Juliana Miller, she has this. She's not comfortable with throwing any punches or kicks or anything like that. Johnny K. Pick said it best. He had the best, simplest breakdown. He said she wants to lose position. She chooses a submission over position. She's a little bit sloppy when she goes for things, but that's all she got. And we got here Luana Santos. She has a couple rare submissions. Like I had to look it up on Google to see what it even was. And she does this thing where she takes her legs and she like straightens your arm and bends your arm with like almost like an arm bar, but she uses her legs. And there's something. It's just a move. She's done it twice before. And to be fair, Juliana Miller has also done that same position submission once. It all just says submission on Tapology. I actually saw the fight and it was the same move. But she's a judo champion, and I watched her fights, and it's kind of like you gotta trust Santos. She has the wrestling. She's a superior wrestler. It was kind of like Asu last week, and he was doing he was with fighting Odia Osborne. Well, that was right? And Asu, she kind of reminds me of that. She's a super dominant wrestler. If you're gonna take Miller in our Tapology league, I would say go ahead, but I wouldn't bet against Santos. She's kind of one of my she's gonna be in a bunch of little DraftKings lineups for me. So that's my pick there. It'll be Juliana Santos. I'm gonna say by submission. I think she could submit Juliana Miller. I think she's better.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And that's probably she's the favorite too, I do believe. So look at that.
I like that.
What is that? Like a split? What's going on? Is that a twin? Is that
no, that's a filter. Or
I'm sorry, there's gonna be way too many bikini pics on this girl's Instagram for me. As far as like MMA,
like there's the best one. That one, right there. She should be on the MMA Cheeks. Do you ever see the? Do you guys follow MMA Cheeks on Instagram?
No.
Fantastic. All they do is show like low level regional MMA girls' cheeks. Fantastic.
My 2 favorite things mixed.
Let's see. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu being repped in the first 2 women fights. Both 10th Planet fighters are underdogs too. Juliana Miller's at 10th Planet. Let's check out her Instagram.
Damn, that looks tight.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's losing weight.
She was even uncomfortable to throw a combination on that bag. She threw one knee.
Thick blonde. Miller reminds me of Mazzo, throws weak hands and is lost on her feet. Wrestlers and women's MMA 90%, 5% of the time. Oh, doing motorboating.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Looks fun.
Fantastic. Who is that? A coach?
Somebody she traded with. They're all training shots, though.
Oh, she seems cool. Oh, she's an announcer. That's what she was doing there. She was doing a Bruce Buffer impression.
She is an announcer too in some regional thing. She's all right. Yeah, I'm sticking with the pick. Dave, what are you thinking?
Going with the dog here. I'm going with Killer Miller. Has better experience, has better fight repertoire, does have a ground game, takedown average 2.07 in the two fights that she has in her loss to Hardy and the win to Walker. Negative striking ratio, but I'm not really worried about the striking ratio compared to Luana Santos. Luana Santos still unproven in the UFC. I'm picking Juliana Miller, dogger pass. I think she's going to get it within decision as well. So if you like that as a prop bet, we're looking at plus 300. Plus 300 for the Juliana Miller.
What's the money line? Read that out for me. The money line.
Money line is at plus 125 for Juliana Miller. Luana Santos is at minus 150. Once again, curtain jerker, girl fight, flip a coin. I'm on dogger pass all day long. And I like her experience. I like the fact that she grapples outside the UFC. I like the fact that she has a ground game. I like the fact I don't think that Luana Santos has the experience. And you know what, guys? The horrible thing with this yellow jersey is that it gives you so many more qualifications than you actually have. This yellow Brazilian jersey puts you up with the Silvas of the world, with the Nunes of the world. This is not a Silva or Nunes. This is just somebody wearing yellow.
Horrible.
Nice breakdown.
So you're fading her because what she's wearing her Tapology pick. Unbelievable. But whatever.
I'm saying because you wear yellow doesn't mean you're and you have a black belt doesn't mean that you're that good. Just because you wear yellow.
It's a good.
A lot of people who wear yellow.
I just like that Juliana Miller has a lot of grappling matches in her resume. I love that. So, but MPTV might be onto something with the judo BJJ black belt. If he does go to the ground, she might get a submission. Whatever. It's curtain jerker female fight. Flip a coin. Moving on to another female flip a coin fight. We got Montserrat Ruiz, Conejo. Oh no, I'm sorry. The order's changed. Now we got Damone Blackshear taking on Jose Janssen. Is it Johnson? Because Jose is pronounced, the J is pronounced H, but Johnson, it's like a weird, Jose Janssen.
Jose Johnson.
Or Jose Johnson.
Jose.
That's for both worlds. Jose Johnson, just weird. But anyway, Damone Blackshear, he's has experience in the UFC. He's 13-5-1, coming off a good win against Luan Lucerda. Before that, he lost to the one Basharat brother, the lesser of the two Basharat. What I like, a draw against Youssef Zalal. Youssef Zalal, I'm high on that guy. He's good. And that was also his UFC debut. Prior to that, he was in the Cage Fury, where he beat the Josh Smith, 11-7, not bad, not a can, you know what I mean? And then a couple other people that I really don't know any of these other guys. He lost to Danny Sabatello. That guy's like killing people in Bellator now. Bellator's on right now. We're competing with them, you guys. You know that, right? I did put a 5-fight parlay, combo parlay in Bellator tonight too. So I kind of want to keep tabs on that, Dave. Why don't you turn that on your free Canadian Bellator over in You know, here you got to have Showtime to watch Bellator, which I do, but I'm not going to put it on. Let's see. He lost to Pat Sabatini. He lost to Chris Moutinho. That's horrible. But you know, whatever. He has nice amateur record too. Look, he beat Tony Gravely before and lost to him. We're on Demand Blackshear.
Sorry.
It's all right. So good. Nice amateur record. A lot of experience. He's been a pro since 2016, but he came to the UFC recent 2022. But not bad. 1-1-1 in the UFC. Not bad. Jose Johnson, though, this dude, 15-7. He's making his UFC debut. He's coming out of Contender Series where he beat Jack Cartwright. Before that, Jack Cartwright was undefeated too, 10-0. Before that, 4-1 guy, 6-0. He lost to Manny Martinez and Ronnie Lawrence, both UFC fighters. I think Manny Martinez might have been cut, but Ronnie Lawrence is still in. Pike Vargas, that's a Bellator guy. He beat Pike Vargas. That's good. That's good on him. And aside from that, nobody that really sticks out in my head. But also extensive. Wow, his amateur record runs deep, dude. Holy shit. He's got a ton of amateur fights. Scroll down. Look at all this. Look, boom, you think it ends? No, it keeps going. Keep scrolling. He started amateur. Look at that. He started amateur career and he lost 4 in a row in amateurs. That's dedication. If you're gonna lose 4, a lot of people are like, well, fighting's not for me. Especially against like 0-2, 0-0, 0-0. All these cans were beating him. But then he got his shit together. Back in like 2014, he was super active in it as an amateur. But you know, he's not really. I'm taking Devon Blackshear just because he's been around. He's got better experience, better resume actually, and I think he might be able to pull off a submission actually. I think as well. Let's see. He had a ground and pound or ground punches over Luan Lacerda. He's got a couple rear naked chokes and guillotines. He loves that arm triangle. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Damon Blackshear here. I know he's a heavy favorite, but Jose Janssen, I don't know about that dude. What do you guys think?
Damon Blackshear, he is more of a grappler. I watched a little tape on him. Speaking of that fight against Yusuf Zalal, that was one of the fights that I rewatched of his. He won the fight, in my opinion, for the first 2 rounds. And then the 3rd round, he faded. And Zalal was like almost going to get him out of there. He was like just trying to survive. And I don't know if that had anything to do with the draw happening. But a draw was maybe the right choice on that one. Because it's not nice. It doesn't look good when you get your ass kicked in the last round and then you win. So that was Damon. But I also watched some tape on Jose Johnson. And one thing Jose Johnson has, and this is his definite advantage in this fight, is he has that scary one-shot knockout power. It was kind of a treat to do tape study on him because it was some of the most, out of all the fights I watched, Jose Johnson had some of the most ugliest knockouts that he put on people. And it was just one shot, and maybe there were lower level guys, but good. I mean, he still has that power, and he's pretty well rounded. Like, he's not completely lost on the ground, but Damon is definitely the superior one when it comes to the grappling. So much so that I picked Damon Blackshear to win. He has like 4 or 5 or 6 chokes, probably 4. And Jose Johnson's lost so many times to the choke. That's his weakness. I feel like that's just going to happen in this fight. I picked Damon Blackshear by submission.
Me too. Also, Jose Johnson's short notice. He's filling in for Brady Highstand. Throw that in there as well. Dave?
Oh, this is a no-brainer. We spent way too much time on this. Damon Blackshear all day long, just for the pedigree of experience that he's got behind him. His previous fights, Luan Lacerda, love that one. Finishes it in 2 rounds. Farid Basharat, underrated. fuck? Fareed Basharat, underrated fighter. Jesus. Gotta mute this shit. Sorry, guys.
That wasn't that bad.
Fareed, underrated fighter. I think he's amazing. Gets a majority draw over Youssef Zalal. Are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. The pedigree of this guy. I'll go over his stats if you really want to go over it real quick. I've only got one fight to go on for Jose Johnson.
Let's just look at the face-offs. I know.
Oh, no, sorry. I've got 2 fights for Jose Johnson. Damon Blackshear, 3.57 strikes landed per minute. Much the busier fighter on the feet compared to 2.17. Granted, he doesn't have a great defense. Strike absorbed 3.83. But Jose doesn't have that much of a stand-up game anyways. He's got that one-shot knockout power, like you mentioned, MPTV. Not too impressed with that. If this does go the ground, Damon's going to have the advantage as well. 1.16 takedown average against a much better repertoire of opposition compared to Jose Johnson's repertoire of opposition, which has been contender series and crap. Takedown accuracy at 23% versus 50. I think this is going to be on the feet. So you go with the busier guy. Takedown defense 54% to 30%. If Damon does want to take this down to the ground, he can take it down the ground. I don't see Jose Johnson even being in this league. Go over the face-offs real quick.
He is bigger.
The size advantage is pretty similar. Reach is pretty similar. I'm not going to give that much of an advantage.
You can physically see Jose Johnson is bigger.
Here. I see him dominating this all day long.
And he was kind of upset that Damon Blackshear wouldn't shake his hand. Instead, he gave him like a pat on the belly or something.
That short notice fight. And I just muted myself.
What are you doing? Let it play out. You'll see. He put his hand out for a handshake, and Damon Blackshear's like, "No, we're good, buddy." And so Jose, he did what right there, no handshake, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, look, I'll shake my own hand." Do you see that?
And props to New Hollerhead girl.
I know.
Very impressed with
that. Way better than the one I have crushing on.
Can't blame the UFC for that.
No, I'm not much for Filipinos and Asians, but that's hot.
Hey, there's Cody, my dudes.
Yeah.
What's up, Cody? How you doing, buddy? I know you're taking off. Your channel's popping. You're doing a great job, Cody.
Yeah,
you're doing fantastic.
Killing it.
Cody goes, Cody, put your goddamn bets in Tapology this week.
Damon should be happy with Jose. He is letting him get a paycheck. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Damon all day long. I don't know what else to say. The fact that let's see what the odds are for Damon. Yeah, he's at minus 275. Barely makes the parlay piece as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's too chalky.
It's getting close to it.
Why keep showing Leanne Santos? I know she's a beautiful girl, but you gotta get off it. How about can we really quick check their Instagram? I don't know where either one of these guys on Tapology is a Team ROC for Team Rock for Demonster and Strike Kings or some shit for Lobo Solitario, Jose Janssen. That's why I think Johnson is actually Janssen, because he's definitely Lobo Solitario. You would know MPTV. That can't speak Spanish.
It's Honson.
Jose Honson. There you go.
You got it.
Love that. All right, Damon Blackshear. Scroll down. Let's see if recognize anybody he's working with.
The boy's got a 6-pack.
Yeah, he's fantastic shape.
God,
what's that say at the top?
Sorry. Institute of Human Performance.
Okay, scroll down.
That's all of the IHP.
Anyone can do just regular fitness shit. I want to see if he's actually
Holly, my girl Holly.
Oh, he must be over at Jackson Wink. Jackson Wink, if that's Holly Holm. Fantastic. Good for him. Jackson Wink, I'm going to say for Damon Blackshear, because Holly Holm, she's definitely Jackson Wink. Proud Jackson Wink. Yeah, new Hollerhead girl is smoking too.
And yet, there you go. Look at the background.
Sweet. And definitely look at the logo in the back. That's the JW.
Excellent MMA. I recognize that background anywhere.
Yep.
So there you go. That's where he's training.
And now let's check out Jose Janssen.
Sorry about that. There we go. I don't even know if he's going to have one, or definitely not going to have a check mark.
He'll have something. Is that the first one right there?
Is this one here? Oh, Joe Johnson? No.
No, Jose. What's that first one right there?
I know Pride 95. Johnson Reed. Nope.
Oh, Jose Janssen Reed. Is that him?
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, that's definitely him. Look at.
All right, here we go. That's right. Versus Blackshear. Here we go, right here.
He's from Texas. He's a thug too.
Short notice, so we don't really have very many training pictures as far as that goes.
I just love the face-off where he's like, "Oh, you don't want to shake my hand? Shake my own hand, then."
Yep.
Love that part.
Boom.
That's
See?
the back of the head.
No.
Elbow right
to
to
the back of the head.
right to the temple against some
Right
king.
of the head.
Oh boy,
That was clean.
Back of the head.
that was clean against a probably a can, I imagine. Let's.
All right. Compare this gym to Jackson Wink's gym.
Boxer. He's a boxer. That was a boxing gym. Here we go. He got a little jujitsu going on here. I don't know what that is. What the hell is that? That's kid and play shit. That's like that's what that was right there. I did that when I was like 15. That kid and play dance.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we spent too much time. Damon Blackshear, we're all in agreement there. Now let's get to the bunny, Montserrat Ruiz Conejo. She's a one-trick pony. She loves the head and arm, which is the easiest wrestling 101 takedown move. Easiest one. You'll like if you wrestled in high school, that's the easiest one to do. Shooting legs, they can sprawl. What was that? Anyway.
Sorry, that was my chair.
Anyway, Montserrat used that for her win over Cheyenne Vlismus. Or actually, back then it was Cheyenne Bays, whose ex-husband is fighting this card. But anyway, Montserrat Ruiz, that fight was awesome because she spit on her too or some shit after. And Cheyenne's like, "Look, I'll follow you home, bitch." It was awesome. That was fantastic. But now she's going against Jacqueline Amorim, 6-1. And I guess this girl is the real deal. She is the favorite here, Jacqueline Amorim. And let's check this out. What we got? Jacqueline is coming out of the thing is unanimous decision loss to Sam Hughes. That's Sam Page. That's not that good. Before that, she was in the LFA where she got submission armbar, submission knee bar, TKO, and submission. She's finishing these girls though, which is good. But look at these records: 0-0, 1-0, 3-1-1. Ashley Nichols 4-3. Once again, minus 240 for an unproven girl taking on Conejo, who's the one-trick pony. But you know what? If she does that one trick, she will control this fight and get a decision. And plus, look at Conejo. That Cheyenne Vlismus, that's a fantastic win. And really, Cheyenne knew it was coming, and she still couldn't defend it. She still couldn't defend its head and arm, even though she knew it was coming every freaking round. It's horrible. She got knocked out by Amanda Lemos, but you know that's not a horrible loss because Amanda Lemos is a good female fighter. So I'm definitely taking the dog here. I'm going to take Montserrat Conejo Ruiz, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu too. I see Amorim is out of ATT though, American Top Team. So that's we're gonna have to check out these Instagrams as well. But my pick out of Mexico, I'm taking Conejo. That means bunny. If you MPTV, that means bunny in Spanish.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering why she wore the ears and the little ball on her butt.
She wants to be a Playboy bunny. She's not that hot. Come on, give it up. Anyway, she's let's see. I think she's definitely the smaller girl. Holy shit. Amarin has like a 6.5-inch reach advantage according to Tapology. So we gotta check this. That's Mike McGee. What you got? JP Bays. What are you doing? All right, here we go. Look, she stopped wearing the bunny thing though on her butt. She knew that was cringy. So right here, look at there is a definitely a size advantage for Jacqueline Amorim, but female fight, dog or pass on the person that's been in the UFC cage more than just a loss to Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes is not that good. That's what I'm saying. It's not that good. And unanimous decision, wasn't even split. She won every round. Yeah, I'm taking Montserrat Ruiz at plus 200. I think she's at. But I mean, female fight. Who knows? It is a fight, so could go anyway. What do you think in MPTV?
I'm agreeing with you. I really like your pick, Ranj. I like your pick. I know Cody. Hey, Blood Money. What do you think of this one right here? I'm actually curious who you got in this. The Ruiz versus Baez was terrible. Oh yeah. But I got Montserrat Ruiz. The reason is I feel that there's a chance she can keep the fight standing. And then what happens? What's Jacqueline going to do then? What if she can't take her down? That's my thing. And I still question that. I know she's got the size on her. What if she gets tired of trying to do that after the first round? What is she going to do? And it's not like Montserrat's this, amazing striker or anything like that, because her game is also to get people on the ground. But one thing I paid attention to, and I just, I wanted to pay attention to, was to see whose striking was better. And Montserrat Ruiz's striking is like this much better. It's this much better, but she's this much more comfortable with standing on the feet. And it's very, very possible for her to pull out a decision like that, because all that reach is not going to help Jacqueline with striking. It's only going to help her in the grappling department. Maybe she can bully her for 3 rounds, maybe, but it's not enough to pay that chalk. Plus, I just think Montserrat can keep the fight standing. And if she does, I think she could win.
Dave?
Stats real quick. Montserrat Conejo, Montserrat Ruiz, 1.16 strike landed per minute compared to 0.80. That's less than a strike landed per minute. That's 5 strikes landed per round.
She's this much better.
I'm just sorry. I realize it was a loss to Hughes, but 1 strike, like less than a strike a minute.
Girl's uncomfortable.
Come on.
She loves that head and arm. The head and arm hip toss. Loves that. That's
okay. I'll keep going then. Psych absorbs 2.44 versus 3.07. I see Montserrat having the advantage on the ground, on the feet. As far as ground game goes, takedown average 3.85 versus 2.00, which means Montserrat comfortable on the ground. Not much takedown defense to speak of. 8% takedown accuracy in her 2 fights. I'm leaning Montserrat. This is the horrible girl fight. This card sucks.
Dave, take Montserrat. I want to be the only podcast in the world that was a full capper consensus with Montserrat Ruiz.
I am taking Montserrat at plus 200 in decision. Awesome. I think she's going to be able to manhandle Jacqueline, if that means any difference. The shorter she's going to use her. This is not the first time she's the shortest fighter without having the reach. The fact that she can be able to control her against the cage, lower center of gravity, be able to get that much easier on the takedown. This is still a girl fight. I'm not expecting a high level of black belt BJJ in this one. I gotta go Montserrat Ruiz, dogger pass.
Agreed. By decision from control time. I think she's gonna do her game plan, her head and arm throw, and just coverage, like have control time.
She don't want to go down to the ground. I don't think she will. I think she'll try to keep it standing. Jacqueline looked pretty scary on the ground. A little bit better, in my opinion.
Is she a black belt?
She's at Coconut Creek.
No, not a black belt.
Not a black belt.
But it doesn't
I
matter.
think
Montserrat is a Mexican.
Montserrat's like purple belt. I think.
There's no way this Mexican is going to go 2 losses in a row, guys.
Let's look at the cheeks. Let's look at the Instagrams.
Oh Jesus! Waste more time on this fucking fight. I thought you had to do
whatever.
something.
That's one of the best parts. The Instagram.
Yeah, we could slow the show down for that. Every week.
Sorry, MONT. I gotta get better at this.
If you don't have time to watch fights, Instagram is one of the best.
No, next one up.
Best tools. There it is. Conejo.
All right, where are we fighting at? Where are we training?
What's this? Oh, she's the 10th Planet or Kings MMA, which are both reputable. Both decent.
That's what I'm saying too. She might be able to keep the fight standing. Hold her
neck tattoo. Also, you know,
she's a killer.
Ain't no joke.
Let's see her opponent.
Follow her home.
Amarine. Was that her boy? Was that her man? Okay, let's check out the other girl. Oh, real news with the hot info. Amarine is 2nd degree black belt. Eesh.
Is she?
That's what Real News MMA is saying, and he speaks the truth. Oh, she got the MMA cheeks picture. Did you see it? 3rd one on the top.
Eesh. We're taking this. We're sun tanning with the fake eyebrows, the fake eyelashes, the nose
ring.
That's
not sun tanning. That's booth tanning.
The fake lips.
Right there. There's the MMA cheeks one. Showing the hips. Thick hips. Big tipper. My girls get thicker.
All right. Oh, I see a little nipple, side nipple.
You do not.
A little areola. Sorry. Can we go back to that one?
No. Look at the tan line. I see that.
Oh, man, that's nice.
I'm pretty sure Ranj can get banned for this right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I do see it now. A little bit top of the areola. I do see that
right there.
See the
nipple action.
The dark goosebumps. I see that.
Love it.
All right. Move on before I start getting excited.
I love cheap.
All right. Do we have one training picture?
Nothing. Just
one training. Show me training once.
That's why I'm fading her. There's her kid. One picture of her kid and pictures of her just posing.
The flea market.
Forget that. I'm taking Montserrat now. Look at right there. The thickness. That's nice, but still, like I said, sexiness doesn't win fights.
You make weight.
I can't believe this is her page.
Oh my god, the lips really. I can't.
Do we have the right girl?
She's got to have a OnlyFans. Is it her? Jacqueline Amorim.
I can't. It's a digital creator.
This can't be the right one.
Oh, it's like a fan made that page.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? I feel like it was productive anyway.
She should have like pictures of her in American Top Team. Oh, right there with the blue star, Dave. Right there.
That's better. Okay.
That's the real one. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, because it didn't feel right.
Now we're gonna see some.
Wait. No,
that's not her.
No.
Back up a little bit. Maybe she doesn't have one. Maybe. Let me help
me out here.
Doesn't matter. We're all on the underdog. Let's move on.
Yep.
We're looking at girls that aren't even her. I'm like, look at how thick she is, and it's not even her. But it was her, but it was made by like a fan, right? That's not her.
Let me help me out. I got nothing.
All right. You spent enough time. Moving on. That's definitely not her. I'm looking at her Tapology picture. That definitely wasn't her. But that was fun though.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
It is.
With some WD.
All right. Josh Parisian. This is the low level heavyweight fight that everybody's been looking forward to. I'm being sarcastic here. But Josh Parisian, man, this guy, he's like, what's his wins against Alan Boudreaux and was it Rocky Martinez? Maybe, I think, right?
Region?
Yeah. Alan Boudreaux, Rocky Martinez, and he's just like he's the sacrificial lamb usually for heavyweights. People coming up like Parker Porter, downtown Mays actually face humped him when he was in the crucifix. Most humiliating loss you could take is getting face humped by a big black man while you're in the crucifix and you can't even defend it. And for real, thrusting on his head with his big Janssen unbelievable downtown Mays. But he does have like a decent volume for a big guy, more so than I think Martin Buday. Martin Buday is 12-1, but it's like he looks like he doesn't have the will to win. He's got the ability. It's just like his fights are so slow. And look who he's beaten. Jake Collier. That Lucas Bresky, that's a good win. I had Lucas Bresky in that, and it was close, split decision. He beat the phenomenal Chris Barnett. He's that fat dude that does backflips and shit. Knocked out Lorenzo Hood in the Contender Series, and before that, he was a regional scene guy over at Octagon with a K, so that's the good Octagon. There's another Octagon with a C, which is not a good regional scene. Octagon with a K, that is the good one over in Eastern Europe. He took a loss to Guapo Juan Espino way back in 2017, but I mean, Martin Buday should be able to beat Josh Parisian, and he is a little bit bigger, and I watched the face-offs, but Josh Parisian has a hot Instagram hype video that we definitely got to check out because it's fabulous. Just hitting the pad. It's awesome. But before we get into that, MPTV, what are you thinking on this heavyweight lackluster fight?
Okay, so this is one fight. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't do too much tape study. I've seen Martin Buday fight, and I remember his fight against Barnett, and he pieced him up. It was really bad. Like, Barnett had no chance, and he was very technical on the feet. I remember that. And I'm honestly going off of Cody, Blood Money MMA. Shout out to you, sir. He went in on Parisian, talking about how he shouldn't be in the UFC, and he's trash, and his family hates him, and God doesn't love him. So
his family does not hate him.
I know. I was going over the top there a little bit. I retract that statement.
Look at
sure his family loves him.
Not Jacqueline Amorum.
But Josh Parisian, I have to go with Blood Money. I didn't do too much tape study. I watched all the cappers. Everybody went with Martin Buday, and it's scary when it's like that because it's like it's just just all the cappers being so confident. But I'm gonna ride with Martin Buday. He's 12-1 versus 15-6. He's 24th in the rankings versus 78, and I really trust Cody, so I'm gonna go with Martin Buday.
Yeah. I agree with you, but man, the quality of fighters he's beat. I mean, Chris Barnett, what's he, 5'7", 240 pounds. Jake Fat Collier, he used to be middleweight and he ate a lot, jumped up to heavyweight. I don't know.
But Collier's okay. He's okay though, you know.
He is the prodigy, right? Some protocol or some shit like that. Go back to that Instagram, Dave. I want to see the hot Josh Parisian. You gotta scroll down. He's got like a peach shirt on, and he's hitting this pad right there. That one. Look at this madman with get it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna do that to Martin Buday's face right there. Bam, bam, bam. Whew, breather. I'm big. Breather. That'll be me. That'll be me tomorrow after every single obstacle in that obstacle course. Right?
He looks like Vlad there doing the ground and pound.
The uphill ground and pound. That's my favorite video from Vlad. That and the going into the river up to his right before his balls. He cryo like the cold river and the snow and shit goes
He's
right.
doing cryotherapy.
Yeah, I love that shit too. But I want Josh Priest to win, but he's not going to. You know, he's just not gonna. He's not good enough. I'm sorry. It's just whatever. There's something missing there. Huh?
I'm with you.
I'm gonna root for him, but Martin Buday would be my Tapology pick. I'm not betting this fight at all. I'll throw Buday in a couple parlays probably because he's most likely going to win, but I think the odds are ridiculous, right? For a big heavyweight, like heavyweight that's gone against. It's not like he's fought a lot of good names except for like Lucas Brzeski, and that was his like debut too. You know, at least Parisian, he's been around the UFC. Everybody knows his name, but Martin Buday all day Buday. Well, let's check out his shit. Yeah, 265 Martin Buday, and he is a little bit bigger too. You'll see in the face-offs. UFC Performance Institute. What's that one with the two dudes? That's where he trains. What's he on Tapology? Where's he training? Let's see. Buday Spartacus Fight Gym. That's over in Slovakia. He is the Octagon guy. So yeah, Buday all day. Sorry, Josh Parisian. Sorry, buddy.
My bad, Josh.
I do like his hype video. The elbows and ground and pound hammer fist on the pad. Pad don't hit back. Oh, showing his ankles too. He's got the capri pants, Dave. You love those. Just like who was it? Jacoby, right? Jacoby. Don't you owe me capri pants for that fight?
What? I don't owe you shit.
Then we bet capri pants on the Dustin Jacoby fight.
No.
I think we did.
No.
Tried
Anyway.
to. You were like, you can't get away with wearing capri pants, showing your ankles.
All right. Anyways, Parisian's been on win-loss. Let's go over the stats real quick. Strikes landed per minute, 5.22 versus 4.45. A little bit busier for Buday. Strike absorbed 5.33 versus 4.50. Both of them negative striking ratio. A little bit busier for Buday, so I'm going to give him the advantage on the feet. For heavyweights, that means a lot. Josh Parisian on the ground, just because of experience, 1.05 versus 0. But the thing was with Buday, he does have 100% takedown defense. Nobody's taking him down. So is Parisian going to be the first guy to take him down? Probably not. If this does stay on the feet, I got Buday all day long. I appreciate Josh. You're a win-loss guy. You're due for a win. I just think you might be outmatched in this one. This guy is bigger. He's thicker. I think he's faster. I think he's better on the feet. I don't think you can take him down. Within distance, Martin Buday. If you look at the odds for that one, Martin Buday is a minus 220 favorite. Fight to go the distance. Yes, minus 120. No, minus 120. It's a coin flip as far as that goes. If you like Buday by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission, plus 170. I like Buday to finish this. Money line minus 220 is not a bad thing either. But yeah, definitely on Buday. Stats say it all. The only thing I got for Parisian is on win-loss. That's not enough for me. And the face-offs here, this guy's a bigger guy. These guys are not cardio guys. This is not going to go the whole way. But yeah, anyways, Buday.
Because they might be both slow and, might be a slow, boring, sloppy heavyweight fight. You know how that goes.
Very slow, very boring.
Buday's so slow. He's just hate watching it.
Yeah.
MPTV, did you pick Boudet? Did you?
I sure did. Yes, I did. It's a full copper consensus right here, boss. All three of us got Martin Boudet.
All right.
Not crazy about it, but yeah. Shit card.
You know what sucks about this card being, not great talent is that it's really chalky. It's also very chalky. Not too many fights to pick from. We're gonna have to throw a dog on that parlay tonight.
Well, this next fight is a decent fight. We got Francis Fire Marshall, which he is like a legit fireman too, actually, taking on the Midwest Chapa, Isaac Dalgarian. Isaac Dalgarian has never been out of the first round. He's wiping up everybody. However, they're all cans that he wipes up, but he's doing it the right way. First round, everybody's finishing first round 5-0, but they're cans. He's doing how he should. Francis Marshall is a well-rounded fighter. He's coming off a win over William Gomis, or lost. He lost to William Gomis. Split decision. It was a close one. Before that, though, he knocked out Marcelo Rojo, which is good. And he had a good performance over at the Contender Series. And he's a -175 favorite on Tapology.
Before that, Michael Lawrence, Ray Trujillo, 24-30. Mike Taylor, 3-2. Chris Cantu, 0-0. Like, he fought a bunch of cans beforehand. Even Rojo was at 16-8.
Look at your boy Ray Trujillo, 24-30. Man, talk about a jobber, right? He has amateur fights too, undefeated as amateur. But once again, Marcelo Rojo, that's a name. That's a good win, right? That's his best win out of all that. Isaac Dalgarian, though, can crusher. Not his resume is not as deep, but still, all these dudes are just cans. They're nobodies. Nobody has a 7-2 is the best record. TJ Britton, and that was at the looking for a fight.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I like the underdog first round. He's doing it right. He's doing what he's supposed to do against these guys. He's got bad management. But who knows? After if Fire Marshal Francis Marshall get out of the first round, he might. Who knows here? That's why it's very interesting here. I'm going to take the dog. I'm taking the dog, Isaac Dalgarian, and I'm going to take him first round finish. Looks like he mixes it up. He got submissions and strikes, but I'm going to go like a ground and pound or something. Yeah, I'm going to take him by first round TKO for Isaac Dalgarian. I'm sure that's nice plus money too. MPTV, what do you think?
Oh, Ranz, you're the fucking man, bro. This is why I like your show, man. Because you really every capper. Most of them are going with Marshall, and I just like where you're the way you kind of approach to the breakdown. I love that. I'm going with Isaac Dalgarian. I'm surprised and I'm happy. I'm not alone in this. I'm going with Isaac Dalgarian as well. It's a gamble. I know he's never been outside of the first round, but I did watch a couple fights of both of theirs, and Marshall has the better hands. But
you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I want to know if she was in a good mood. She's in a good mood. I thought she might come in like a wrecking ball. But I'm going with Isaac Dalgarian. He's a great wrestler. I heard from Cody that he's a state champion. I didn't verify that, but that's Cody. Yeah, he's a state champion wrestler, and I think he's the more well-rounded guy. And I like that he trains at Factory X Muay Thai.
Yeah, Colorado.
He trains with Dustin Jacoby in them. I like that, and it looks like Marshall trains at like a local place, nowhere I have ever heard of.
Pellegrino, New Jersey.
He must be like the best guy in the gym there. I don't really like that, and it looks like he hasn't a lot of fighters by this point they'll go and train with somebody better now because they're in the UFC, had a couple fights, but not him. And I didn't like that, so I don't like paying all that chalk for some local mamas. So yeah, guys, Isaac Dalgarian. glad you picked that guy, Ranch. Where are you at, Dave?
Lee, let me see. UFC has a guy that's been brought up, a white guy with blonde hair, blue eyes, that they brought up to the Contender Series, who knocked out Marcellus Rojo in the second round, who lost a split decision to Gomez, but it was split. It was close. Guys, they're feeding him Isaac Dolgurian. Who the hell is Isaac Dolgurian? What kind of experience do we have on this guy who's 5-0? TJ Britton, Rhino 7, punches, triangle chokes, rear naked choke, ground and pound, first round. The guy's got, wait a second, 8 minutes of professional fight experience.
Yeah, because he's finishing everybody like he's supposed to. Okay, Dave, who is William Gomez?
I'm going to pick the guy that has been through the UFC repertoire, who has been, let me see what we got for his, let me see what I got for Francis Marshall stats. I won't have any stats for Isaac. Francis Marshall, strike time per minute, 4.08. He's got a positive striking ratio, takedown average, 3.73. His only losses to Gomez, which was a split decision. What are you guys basing your decision on with picking Isaac here? Like, I'm sorry.
Why not pick him?
It's a fucking no-brainer.
Why not?
Francis Marshall all day long.
Is there any red on Isaac Dolgurian? Any red? No, there's not.
Oh, I can show you 500 fighters that don't have any red on their record. Doesn't mean they're any good. Let's watch the face-offs here. You can't give me an unproven guy and say he's going to beat a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy that the UFC has brought through the Contender Series, then had a fight, then just lost a split decision loss that was really fucking close, which maybe he shouldn't have lost. Now you're going to feed him a guy who's got no UFC experience, who's 3 inches shorter, has less of a reach, and who has fought. Okay, so if this guy makes it past the first round, what do you – no, really? How is this even a question?
It won't go past first round because Dolgurian's going to knock Marshall out in first round.
Really? You want a t-shirt bet on this one? On this one, then, Ranj?
What's the odds?
Minus 175 for Marshall. Isaac is at plus 150.
Maybe.
Thanks,
Maybe.
Brandon B. I appreciate the support.
No, I mean the odds are that way for a reason. But I'm taking the dog here. He's doing what he's supposed to do. I think this is a big opportunity for him. And if he finishes, if he does the same what he does, been doing his whole fighting career against Francis Marshall, he's gonna be somebody to watch. You'll see. You gotta have some freaking underdogs on your card. You can't just take the favorites every time, Dave.
That's a lamb being fed to the wolves right there.
Fire Marshall. Let me show you something.
Yeah, he's gonna burn him. He's gonna burn that friggin' lamb.
No, Dolgurian's gonna put that fire right the fuck out.
Poor little baby. Bah! To the slaughterhouse you go.
All right. Did we look at Isaac Dolgurian's Instagram?
No. What do you want?
I hope it shows we looked at your boy. Look at posing with, was he at the golf course right there with his
Wait.
Drinking tea. Hello, would you like biscuit with your tea? Fuck out of here.
The account is private. I can't get Isaac's.
Why is it? It's private?
Yep.
That a boy. Good, Isaac Dolgurian. Keep your game plan secret. That's how you do it. That's how you win. All right, so Dave, good. I like that. That's how I'm going to win Tapology, because you're going to pick Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something. Look at posing pictures, all poses. Look, can I see you? Can I see you do a little wrestling or some striking a pad or something? Can I see it, Fire Marshal?
Frankie Edgar.
Old ass Frankie Edgar. I met
He's
Frank
a
Yeager
coach. He's not
back in-
fighting. He's a
I
coach.
met Frank Yeager when he was somebody in 2004. I met him at my jiu-jitsu where I took jiu-jitsu. He came because he's from Toms River, New Jersey. Oh, his kid is a good wrestler. That's good. His son's winning wrestling tournaments. Good for him. Let's see. No training. Just posing and former fights, regional scenes and shit. Yeah. All right. Good. So finally, we disagree on one.
Good.
Moving up the card, who we got next? Terrence McKinney taking on Mike Breeden. Interesting one. Because Terrence McKinney coming off 2 back-to-back losses, right? And the thing is, Terrence McKinney, he's his cardio is very suspect. After round 1, I heard he fades hard. That's what I heard from Cody Saftik and Paul Shaughnessy from Dogger Pass podcast. They said Terrence McKinney's cardio fades wicked hard after round 1. So he's like a round 1 or bust type of guy. But Mike Breeden, also coming off 2 losses, is just not good. He's just not, and plus he's 34 years old. Terrence McKinney's he's 28. Terrence McKinney's prime, you know what I'm saying? But you got to also consider Terrence McKinney's fought like a month ago, right? 3 weeks and 5 days ago, and got submitted by Nazim Sadikov. So he's coming in this fight on short notice. Who's he replacing? Mike Breeden was supposed to fight. I forget who, but it's I think at the bottom of the Tapology page. But anyway, Money Mike Breeden. He's coming off a loss to Natan Levy, where Natan Levy, he's the Israeli fighter. Natan Levy dominated with wrestling. And you know what? Terrence McKinney was all-American high school wrestler. But then I also heard, though, he's also like a recovering drug problem dude. And that's why his cardio is shit after round 1. The whole, former drug use stuff. So if it goes out of round 1, I might take Mike Breeden, but on Tapology, I think Terrence McKinney is going to win it, and I think he's going to win it in the first round. Mike Breeden's just, look, Alexander Hernandez TKO, Natan Levy decision before he beat, FAC 12-8 guy Nick Compton and a 9-5 guy Ken Beverly. He also lost in the Contender Series to Anthony Romero, who I don't know who that is. And plus, McKinney's also got the reach and the youth advantage over Mike Breeden. So I'm going with the short notice Terrence McKinney, TKO, round 1. What are you guys thinking on this?
You know what? I picked Terrence McKinney last fight, and that was it. That was my final. That was it. Yeah, I'm done with Terrence McKinney. That's it. I have to draw the line in the sand. And the UFC is messing with my mind, giving him somebody easy like Mike Breeden, but I had it with Terrence McKinney.
He's short notice.
And he's short notice.
Really?
So I feel like he's got, what, two and a half minutes? And if Mike Breeden can survive maybe a minute and a half, it's a completely different fight. Cody pointed out, and he had a good point, Mike Breeden's last fight, he was the favorite at going against Natan Levy. He was the favorite in the live odds towards the end. And it was a closer fight, pretty close fight. And he's got some knockout power, and he carries it with him through the fight. And he's a little bit better than Eric Gonzalez, who Terrence McKinney beat last. I think Mike Breeden's a little bit better. So I'm done. I'm not picking Terrence. I'm picking Mike Breeden until Terrence proves himself. I'm picking Mike Breeden for a KO round 2 or after.
Yeah.
Actually, anytime after the first minute.
I don't blame you. Like I said, his Terrence McKinney's cardio does die. Round 1 or bust. But Mike Breeden's really, I mean, I don't know. Dave, what are you thinking?
MPTV, I feel you, homie. I have lost more money and won more money betting for and against Terrence McKinney. God damn it. It has been the roller coaster ride of hell.
Dave,
But
from one degenerate to another, Dave, it's not just the fact that we lost money. It's he's winning these fights and you get all hyped up. You know what I'm saying? He's a teaser.
I know. This guy kills me. Now, let's be honest. Let's take our emotions out of this, because this is not an emotional. We're not supposed to be, as proper degenerates. We're not supposed to be emotional.
No bias.
And we've got 3 fights for Breeden, and I've got a bunch for McKinney, so we should be good for McKinney. On the feet. Okay, well, actually, you know what? Average fight time. Terrence McKinney, 4.01 to 10.27. Let's start with that. I know you usually start off with fight time, but I'm going to start with fight time for this one, because this has to be known that Terrence McKinney's average fight time is 4.4 minutes. He will have a 3-inch reach advantage, which means nothing. He is the younger fighter. Mike Breeden, strikes landed per minute, 5.43 versus 3.17. Strike absorbed, 2.60, so positive striking ratio for Terrence. Mike Breeden, 5.43 versus 6.38. Negative striking ratio for Mike Breeden. He's going to be taking some punches. On the ground, takedown average, 3.74 versus 1.44. Advantage to Terrence on the ground as well, with a takedown defense of 83%, which is impressive. And he has a submission of 1.1 average per 15 minutes. God damn it. I hate you, Terrence McKinney. You put me through this roller coaster every time. I lost money on you on the last fight. I'm going to put money on you for this fight.
It was All-American.
Stats.
High school All-American wrestler.
They're both coming off of 2 losses. They're both hungry. Who's the hungrier fighter? I'm gonna go. I can't pick Breeden. Ranked 173, 10-5. He's got a 300 he's got a 600 record, or 666, whatever the hell it is. I gotta go with the experience of Terrence McKinney. I can't bet against Terrence again. I don't even have props for him. Terrence McKinney is at minus 275, plus 225. I'm hoping that the fact that he fought 3 weeks ago might mean that he still has some camp cardio in him. I've got low expectations.
It wasn't like he got knocked out either. He was submitted.
No.
So it's not like he took a knockout damage. He was submitted. He was what was it? Rear naked choke. So, it's not like. So I think that he'll be all right camp wise, but the cardio he does fall off. That's because he's like
Terrence McKinney at minus 275 in this fight, short notice. Chalky.
He's like a Court McGee. Like he died before. Court McGee died. I think Terrence McKinney died too from drugs, but they're revived.
It's a parlay killer. I'm staying away from it. I'm picking Terrence McKinney on my Tapology. My money's going on Terrence McKinney. Possibly for the last time ever in my MMA betting career, I will put money on Terrence McKinney. Probably because if he loses this fight, he's out of the UFC. So I don't think he's going to lose this fight.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Whoever loses is gone.
Yeah. So I'm putting my money on Terrence McKinney just for the experience, the record. Minus 275, way too chalky for my money. Sorry,
right.
Kids.
TKO round 1 though. What's that pay? That's
no prop bets. Short notice fight, guys. I have no prop bets on this from Bet365. Oops, sorry.
Bet Online probably does go up.
Yeah, Bet Online does, but there's a reason there's no prop bets. And I mean, honestly, minus 275, that's too much for me. Short notice, not worth the parlay. Anyways, McKinney's my pick on Tapology. 275 is too chalky.
No bet.
No bet.
All right, moving up, we have our boy JP Bays taking on Marcus McGee. Marcus McGee, the maniac, my boy. I like making fun of him. It's fun, but
He
I
shadow
feel bad
boxes
for
in the,
you guys.
by
Yeah,
himself
shadow
and cries.
boxing by himself. But you know who he's working out with for real though? Odie Osborne, who just lost last week or the week before, right? That's who JP Buy's main training partner has been, Odie Osborne. So he's not by himself anymore. Now he's got that loser. But I joke. But Marcus McGee, the maniac, this dude is a maniac. Coming off a win against Journey Newsome, who was a journeyman. Before that, he was in the LFA, where he 8-7 guy, a 4-4 guy. Nobody really sticking out there. He lost to a dude named Rafael Dos Cemento, 6-1 guy. Marcus McGee, look at him. He looks old. How old is he? What are they saying? 33? Yeah. But the dude is
he's not that old.
but I think JP Bays is going up a weight class too, and I don't know why he's doing that either. Because JP Bays is usually over at like was it 135, and now he's going to bantamweight he's at 125 usually. JP Bays, young savage. Now he's going to 135. The thing is, JP Bays has a horrible game plan because he's a good wrestler. He was like South African champion, right? But he gasses out when it fails the first round, and then everybody ends up destroying him after that. Like look, Cody Durden, but we've seen Cody Durden just, he's decent. Montel Jackson, who was way bigger, that was he shouldn't even took that fight. That was disgusting, horrible loss. Bruno Silva, and before that he was in like contenders. He had 0 wins in the UFC.
Okay, by the way, stop. Cody Durden was at 125. Montel Jackson was at 135.
Yeah.
Bruno Silva, 125. But before that, Jacob Silva on 125. Before that was Christian Rodriguez at 135. So the guy's been bouncing from 125 to 135 for a while, man.
When Cheyenne left him was after he lost to Montel Jackson, by the way. I remember Cheyenne was bitching about she can't pay her bills. He's crying to Dana White. Oh, I can't pay my bills, and JP's not bringing home any money either. But whatever. Man, I feel bad for the dude JP, but he's gonna lose again because this guy Marcus McGee is the real deal. Marcus McGee, I mean, he's not fantastic. He's not going to be ranked or anything, but he's good enough to beat JP Bays. Only because JP Bays has got horrible fight IQ, and it's just, man, it sucks because he does have a good wrestling background. South African wrestling champion. Marcus McGee, man, that dude, the maniac, he looks intimidating too. Minus 370 though, that's ridiculous. Fuck that. If anything, I would throw a scratch-off ticket on JP Bays. But on Tapology, I picked Marcus McGee, and I took him a TKO round 2 as well. So that's, unfortunately, JP Bays. Maybe Odie Osborne's Marcus McGee, his main training partner is Sugar Sean O'Malley, by the way. Main training partner. So Sean O'Malley beat the fuck out of Odie Osborne. I'm just saying, if you want a training partner versus training partner. So I'm just saying, whatever. Let's see how they look. There's Marcus McGee, 33. Looks like he's 43 though. His face is aged. JP Bays, he's receding hairline too. He's starting to look aged too. How old is he? 27, not 30 yet. Love the tattoo though. With that gorilla, that's awesome. Whew. Yeah, Marcus McGee is going to beat him, unfortunately, and JP Bays will be cut from the UFC after this loss. I don't even know how he's paying for his Extreme Couture membership. I don't even. What's he do? I don't. Coach of what? Little kids or some shit?
Losing female fighters.
He's a coach of losing. Whatever, dude. I think he's like working at Applebee's on the side or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, Marcus McGee, but no bet there because I want to low key root for JP Bays and I hope he wins, but he won't. What are you guys thinking?
I picked keep it short. I picked Marcus McGee. Picked him in our Tapology League. I have him on a couple of lineups. I'm almost thinking about putting JP Buys on there. I know he's well rounded. Like something I noticed, JP Buys has like a 3 knockout, 5 submissions, and Marcus McGee, I think he has like 1 submission. And I don't know. I like when somebody can finish a fight. And I kind of like that in JP Buys. I know he gets finished. I've seen him get knocked out and I've seen him get worked. Okay. Marcus McGee took that fight on short notice against Journey Newsom and did really well. I picked him to win that fight. I did some tape study on him and I thought, man, this guy's actually really good. So I'm going to say his career is on the upper trajectory. JP Buys is on the lower, going down. He may end up in the PFL or something like that. I'm going to go with Marcus McGee.
He should. JP Buys should go back to like LFA. He has an LFA fight and to win. He should go back to LFA. That's what I think.
Oh, you guys!
I don't know.
I feel bad because the whole Cheyenne thing. He's the victim in that.
Hey, this is his chance to go crazy and get him back right here. He can get on the mic and say, you know what?
Like someone said earlier, I think he should ask Montserrat Ruiz out after this fight.
She's better anyway.
They both have hate for Cheyenne listeners, right? Cheyenne Dolidze. Anyway, bet. What's that say? Bet JP round 1 for half unit, round 1 and 2 sub. Oh, that's too much. No, I'm staying.
You're reaching. You're reaching the prop bet black hole.
Yeah,
I've been there before.
Marcus McGee.
So can we all agree that if JP Buys doesn't win this fight at 9-5 after 3 losses, he's cut from the UFC?
Absolutely. His back's against the wall. So maybe, and you know what? He did have a decent showing against Mike Rodriguez. It went to a decision.
Oh.
It was just he was so outside, or Montel Jackson. I'm sorry, Montel Jackson. He was just so outsized. Montel Jackson looked like a giant compared to him. You know what I mean?
And beat him the hell up for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I gave every single round to Montel Jackson. That fight. Cody Durden, it wasn't even funny. I think Marcus McGee, I believe, will finish this within distance. Looking at his record, you gotta admit, rear naked choke round 2, punches round 2, KO round 2, KO round 1, KO round 2, strikes round 2.
And this will not be his hard. This will not be his hardest opponent either, because Journey Newsom, I think, would beat JP Buys as well.
So. That's it, exactly. I mean, and there's a bunch of guys that I don't think that JP Buys has beaten. That I mean, Karen McKinney could.
Ooh, real news! JP round 1 sub.
I get it, but Marcus McPhee strikes landed per minute 3.55 versus 1.89. JP Buys negative striking ratio by a lot, 1.89 versus 3.02. Versus Marcus McKee is like 3.55 versus 1.84. Just flip the numbers and make them better for Marcus. Like, it's ridiculous. If JP Buys has an opportunity, he might be able to take him down at a 1.65 takedown average per 50 minute. But Marcus McPhee is coming in with 100% takedown defense. He's a killer. He's got ground game. You're not taking him down. Easy win. Marcus McPhee within distance. I don't want to say he's going to knock him out or sub him out because he could do either or, but just within distance. Marcus McPhee. This is not going the distance. I don't even think I have prop bets on this. Nope, I don't even have prop bets. Minus 350, easy all day long. JP Buys. Enjoy the LFA or the coaching career or whatever you can do, and I hope you got good settlement and alimony.
No, he didn't get shit. It was annulled, I think. Anyway, whatever. I guess Cheyenne's pregnant now with Roman Delite's baby, so that's
ouch.
yeah, that
JP.
hurt. Right? I know. That's why he bounced back and asked Montserrat Ruiz for a date. She spit on her. She spit on Cheyenne. They got something in common. They both hate Cheyenne Blissmas. Anyway, full cam McGee inside 60 seconds. Nick Alexander, welcome, buddy. All right, let's move on. That was the feature fight of the prelims, right? Now we're going on to the curtain jerk of the main card.
MMA Jesus, if it was Bai's baby, that'd be hilarious. That'd be awesome. DNA test. Everyone in the chat, petition DNA test
that would be
baby Bai's and Cheyenne Blissmas's baby.
Oh, I hope it comes out Korean. That would be great. And it's like the Iron Turtles baby.
Oh man, that'd be a great DNA test. All right, there's a rumor to start. I like it.
Huh? Anyway, we're getting stupid. All right, next we got Josh Fremd versus the Night Wolf. Jamie Pickett's coming off three losses in a row. He lost to Kyle Dawkins by submission. He lost to Dennis Tululin, TKO, and he lost to Bo Nickel, but that was sacrificial lamb shit. You know what I mean? They just fed him to Bo Nickel. Well, they should give these guys real fights, not a Jamie Pickett Night Wolf. Josh Fremd is coming off a win against Cedrigas Dumas, whatever. Before that, he lost to Trayshawn Gore and Anthony Hernandez. And prior to that, he was in a regional scene where he was pretty decent over at the FAC. He's fighting out of the Pittsburgh All-American MMA Academy, where Jamie Pickett's fighting out of North Carolina, Port City Sports. So no big names of where they're fighting from. But I like Josh Fremd here. I was pretty impressed, and I won money on that secret Cedrigas Dumas fight because he went in there as the underdog and he got the submission. So I'm going to stick with what's working for me. And Jamie Pickett. Didn't Jamie Pickett get knocked out by Beverly Hills Ninja before? Back a while ago. Yeah, that was one of Jordan Wright's only knockout wins. There it is, right? Jordan Wright. Look at that. And Jordan Wright gave him like a bow, which is supposed to be respectful, but it was actually disrespectful because after he knocked him out, he bowed to him like he was Asian and shit. It was awesome. But
that's when Jordan Wright was good.
He was never good, Dave. Never. When he was in Alaska, he was good against Cans. He's still horrible. But anyway, Josh Fremd should win this. But man, the chalky odds. I can't. He's unplayable. He's unbettable at minus 350. You know. But I do like Josh Fremd here on Tapology. That's my pick, and I think he's gonna handle Jamie Pickett and get like a finish. Let's see, how's he beating people? Submission and submission. Yeah, let's say submission. Fuck it, round one. Jamie Pickett's just. I don't think he's cut out. He should go with JP Buys when they go to LFA. Did Fremd miss weight or something?
Let me see in the face-offs if there's something scary.
Fremd
look great.
Look at the size. Look at the size advantage of Fremd.
Wow, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, though. I got to find out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't have this plugged in.
Let me know when you're ready, Dave. Unreal.
All right. So sometimes you just don't know, right? I know Jamie Pickett has like a bad reputation, but he's all right. Didn't he win against Joseph
Holmes? Ugly man Joseph Holmes, who's horrible.
Yeah, he did. He won by unanimous decision, but he went in there. You know, Joseph Holmes is okay. He performed okay. I mean, he's not just going to go in there and not try. So I didn't have time to do too much tape study, but I still wanted to make I still wanted to handicap this fight somehow. So
look, I did. Jesus says Josh Fremd missed by 3 pounds.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Tefon missed too, huh? So the way I handicapped this fight was I went and I looked at who's been finished more in their losses, like percentage wise. And out of 9 losses for Jamie Pickett, he's been finished 6 times. And out of 4 losses for Friend, he's been finished twice. But out of 14 fights, he's only been finished twice. That's kind of how I looked at it too. It just looks a lot better. Like he's less finishable. That's honestly how I picked this fight because I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here because what's his name? Friends came in, got knocked. He got finished by Tresean Gore. I mean, I don't even think anybody sees Tresean Gore on a high, top tier prospect.
He's a power puncher, Tresean Gore. When he was in the Ultimate Fighter, right? I think. Anyway, Tresean Gore was touted as a knockout artist.
Yeah, but he actually got him with the guillotine choke.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he probably punched his way there. I didn't really look at that fight, but I'm still just going to go with Friend. I also fall back on my research when I watched Cody and Johnny. And, yeah, I'm going to go with Josh Friend by some kind of finish.
Dave?
Okay. Damn it. I didn't find it. I got to go Josh Friend as well. Even if he didn't miss weight, I'm okay with that. Let's go over the stats real quick. You going to share a screen or not?
I am sharing it.
All right, there you go. Josh Friend, strike landing per minute, 3.05 versus 3.16. Strike absorbed 2.61 versus 4.23. Jamie Pickett taking a lot of CTE. Not a good look. On the ground, still an advantage to Friend as well. Takedown average 1.56 versus 1.34. Takedown accuracy 75 versus 36. Takedown defense 30-1 versus 66, but I don't think that stat's a little bit skewed. Submission average 1.6 versus 0.2. Josh Friend, stats all day long on the height, on the he doesn't have the reach advantage. He does have the youth advantage. Josh Friend. Now, mind you, one thing I don't like is the odds. Once again, minus 350.
Disgusting. Disgusting, right?
So chalky. And I get it. I couldn't get the weigh-ins, but I mean, he still looks decent in the face-offs.
Look at the size advantage, too.
And the height advantage is disgusting. I just don't like the minus 350. I mean, obviously, it's going to be Josh Friend within distance on my Tapology pick. Considering his last fights, guillotine choke round 2, his wins, guillotine choke round 2, rear naked choke, punches round 1. Punches.
Look at your algorithm, dude. 1-1. Look at your algorithm. What have you been looking at? Look at the bikini bottoms. Is that from the Jack?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Dave. There's no shame. No shame. I'm actually kind of proud as your fellow co-host for tonight. I love it.
I love it too.
All right. So we're all on Friend or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
The Night Wolf, Jamie Pickett's. Him and JP Bays ought to go together to LFA. All right. Moving up the card. Tafan Nchukwi. The Tafan Don Tafan Don taking on AJ Dobson. This one's an interesting one. Tafan Nchukwi is a slight favorite, minus 150, coming off 2 losses. He lost to Azamat Murzakanov by a flying knee, and he lost to Carlos Oberg from hooks. Prior to that, he did beat Mike Slow Rodriguez by decision. He lost to Jun Young Park, my man, Iron Turtle, by decision, and he beat Jamie Pickett, but fuck, who hasn't? He will be the slight bigger reach. Nothing great though. It's inch. He's a little bit younger, but not really. I'll get into that. He fights out of Maryland, Team Lloyd Irving, what is a base jiu-jitsu military. Lloyd Irving's like a military guy, and he also a jiu-jitsu coach. But AJ Dobson used to be a bodybuilder, actually. Little known fact. Fighting out of Carlson Gracie team in Ohio and Immortal MMA Center. AJ Dobson coming off 2 losses. He lost to Jacob Malkoon, the best wrestler out of Australia, in my opinion, for real. He's, Jacob Malkoon is Robert Whittaker's wrestling coach, by the way. And then he lost to Armin Petrosian, also not a bad loss to have. Before that, he beat Contender Series guy, and he was in some weird regional scene. I don't even know what the fuck that is. So AJ Dobson, kind of unproven because he's beaten dudes like a 6-0, 4-1, 6-10. He's very unproven. But Tafon Nchukwi also pretty much unproven because who did he beat? Jamie Pickett and Mike Rodriguez. Mike Rodriguez no longer in the UFC. Jamie Pickett, after tomorrow, he won't be in the UFC either. So this is a weird fight to but I'm going to go with the underdog, AJ Dobson. The Tafon Nchukwi is just, he hasn't really impressed me. He's muscle bound. Now Cody Safdie from Dogger Pass podcast, he said he's lying about his age. 28 years old. He said Cameroon is known to for real, because UFC will not sign new fighters when they're too old, so they lie about their age. It's happened. Brazilian fighters, Russian fighters. There's a ton of fighters. Their age is not right. And look at the dude's picture.
He does look older.
Yeah, for real. So
hardcore.
I think 28 is really like 35 for real. But anyway, regardless of that, I like AJ Dobson at plus money here, underdog. And let me. I'm looking at AJ Dobson's Tapology right now. Honored FC. Man, the regional scene is not that impressive either, and he's winless. But Jacob Malkoon and Armin Petrosian are decent fighters to lose to, and he's got a little amateur career too. I'm just, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm going to take the underdog plus money, dogger pass here for Athlone Dobson, AJ Dobson. What do you guys think? You going to switch my pick for me? What are you going to do?
No, not at all. I'm going to agree with you. I got AJ Dobson. I didn't get this wasn't one of my better weeks to do all the handicapping that I wanted to. So the way I broke this down was I kind of like last week, like Bahamondes versus Klein. Everyone was talking about how Bahamondes was maybe the more well-rounded, going to catch Klein in a choke if he can't keep the distance, and Klein tries to shoot, and clearly Klein whooped his ass and won. And, I looked at Klein's record, and he had 8 subs and 8 KOs. And I look at Dobson's record, and I know it's very small, but he has like a mix of the kinds of finishes he has. And Tafon seemed a little bit more less of a finisher. And that's why I went with AJ Dobson. But I know I want to see like what the size difference is, because I know that AJ Dobson fights, he's ranked as a middleweight. And Tafon, he's ranked as a light heavyweight. So I kind of want to see like if Tafon's like a heck of bigger or thicker, maybe I'll switch my pick. But as of right now, I'm just going to go with
he's more muscle bound, but if Dave can get to the right fight, you'll see. AJ Dobson's a little bit taller.
The hell?
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, dude. Right there, stop. You just had it.
Okay.
Just play from there.
All right.
There's Tafon, Dadon, and Chukwi. Cameroon.
Hey, he looks good. He looks skinny right there.
And there's AJ Dobson out of Ohio.
Tafon looks more muscular.
You know what? Yeah, but that muscular thing it's like a detriment because you need more oxygen to feed that, and the cardio saps on muscular dudes.
Sure. You know, it could have actually. He could have. If he's fighting down, he can also be more susceptible to a knockout, right?
AJ Dobson's lean, and you know what? He used to be back before MMA. He had a little stint in bodybuilding, so he underneath that little dad bod, he does have some muscle. I'm just taking the plus money here. I'm fading Tafon Nchukwi. It's not like I'm loving the AJ Dobson, but I'm disliking the Tafon Nchukwi favorite pick here. So you got to pick some underdogs for your lineup in DraftKings. You have to pick. You're forced to, and AJ Dobson is going to be one of those that I'm picking in my lineup for Tapology for sure. He's one of the underdog picks for me. Dave, what are you thinking?
Man, at minus 150, this is the only fight that I like for Tafon. From the stats real quick. Strike landing per minute, 6.05 versus 4.34. Strike absorbed, 4.03 versus 6.00. Stats leading heavy to Tafon on the feet. As far as the takedown goes, 1.75 versus 0.94. Okay, takedown accuracy, 80% to 57%. I do like Tafon Nchukwi's 71% takedown defense. Both these guys coming off of 2 losses. I'm going to lean towards Tafon. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Just for the stats as well, as the bookies are even leading him favorite, minus 150. Might be a parlay bet. I'm a little bit sketchy on it, but I don't mind it. I think in the face-off, I do like how he looks in the face-offs. Respectful for both. Yeah. Man, I got to do it. Tafon.
All right.
Minus 150.
Sweet. All right.
No prop bets.
What's that?
No prop bets.
I'm putting him in because he's one of the underdogs. You got to use underdogs. Anyway, moving up the card. Oh, here's a firefight. Not the last girl fight. Polyana Viana taking on Yasmin Lucindo. Brazil versus Brazil female fight. Interesting. Poly Viana is the more experienced girl in the UFC for sure. Let's see. Last 5 fights, all UFC. Yasmin, her last 2 fights were UFC. One, she lost to Yasmin Uruguay, unanimous decision. Most recently, she beat Brogan Walker, like everybody else has been beating Brogan Walker. And I like Brogan Walker too. But Polyana Viana, she's let's see, she lost to Veronica Hardy, submission. She beat Emily Shipmeyer, Mallory Martin. They're both garbage. She lost to Tabitha Ricci, Baby Shark. But Tabitha Ricci is good. Don't get that wrong. And she knocked out Jinyu Frey, but Jinyu Frey's been she's on the downs. She's kind of fell off. She's not really mentionable anymore. She's kind of like on the, she's on decline. Polyana Viana was out of Tata Fight Team, but I think I heard from somebody that she's now in the States. Tata Fight Team's a fantastic jiu-jitsu place in Brazil. But I think I met Tata, actually, the owner of that gym. I met him when he was fat. He had what's it called? The band surgery, and he lost a shit ton of weight. What's that called? The gastric band or some shit. He had like a band around his stomach to suppress his appetite and shit. Anyway, Tata, I met him, and he was fantastic jiu-jitsu practitioner. That's where she was training out of Brazil, but somebody told me she's definitely in the States now, training out of one of the, I think, a California or a Vegas facility. Yasmin Lucindo Academia Fight House, that's also in Brazil. This is a close fight, but once again, I'm taking the dog just because of her experience. She's got way more UFC experience, and she's at plus money, plus 165. Yasmin Lucindo hasn't really shown me greatness. She beat Brogan Walker, but she lost her UFC debut to Yasmin Uruguay and I think that was her UFC debut as well. So I'm taking Polyana Viana just out of experience. You know, what are you thinking?
Hey, me and you are on the same plane of consciousness tonight because I'm going with the Polyana Viana. I did that same thing. You know, I really like to break. I feel like there's hope. A lot of people dog betting on girl fights, but like I called Denise Gomes both times. I pride myself on being able to be a little better capper when it comes to the female fights. This one, I honestly didn't break. You didn't get to do all the research that I wanted to with it, but I did the same thing. I seen how many finishes and what kind of finisher. And they're both finishers. But Viana, for instance, she has, let me check real quick. She has 8 submissions, 5 knockouts. And Jasmine Lucindo, or we say Yasmin, has 8 knockouts and 2 submissions. So it looks like Yasmin's the striker, Viana's the ground person, but Viana will knock you out too. She got power too. And she might be the more well-rounded one, especially when it comes to the ground. The line's a little bit chalky. You know, if you go Lucindo's way. So I feel that I would go with, if I had to make a bet, I'd go with the plus money and get Polyana Viana for plus money. I'm with you, Ranch.
Sweet, Dave.
All the way.
MPTV, the
Yes, sir.
expert at female fights. That's like saying you're like an expert at like female chicken races on a blue moon of the 3rd year of the month.
Or
sorry.
WNBA. I follow you.
I mean, I hate to say it, homie. All right, let's go over some stats real quick. Paula Viana, average fight time 7.00 versus 15 minutes. Yasmin, decisionator. Both at 115 pounds. Jasmine is a tiny 150 pounds and 5'3". Very little girl, 66 inch reach, which is the smallest possible arms you can possibly have. Strikes landed per minute, 3.97 versus 3.50. Pretty close. Strike absorbed, 2.86 versus 3.83. So I'm going to give the advantage to Polyana on this one, guys. She does have the better advantage on the feet. She does have better accuracy. Her defense is a little bit lower, but she has lower strike absorbed. So Polyana on the feet, definitely. Now, if it goes to the ground, it's a little bit scary. Yasmin, 2.00 versus 0.80. Does have a takedown accuracy of 50%, of 57% versus 33%. Polyana is not going to be taking this girl down because she doesn't want anything to do with that, even though she does have a better submission average. Her advantage is going to be on the feet with the volume and the defense and being able to piece her up. So, guys, I'm going to lean towards what you guys are saying. I'm going Polyana.
Love it.
Plus 170 in a girl fight.
Did we see
my Tapology bet? I might put a scratch off on this, but that's about it. But yeah, I like it.
Let's see the face off.
In Viana's 5 losses, and I can verify that just to make sure, but she's had 1 loss by submission and the other 4 by decision. So she loses a decision. And I don't know. I can kind of see.
By the way, there's a 10-year age gap, but Polyana's 31. That's prime. 21 is still young. I mean, it's a little bit. I think it's that's when it's not an advantage when you're too young. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm confident. Polyana plus 165. I love it. I'm going to use her in parlays as well.
Come on, guys. Have perspective. Girl fight.
Full capper consensus.
I know.
We might as well do make that the parlay. 3 dogs.
Don't put a scratch off on it. Please don't put it in a parlay.
All right.
I'm thinking ahead. I'm sorry.
Up the card, we got this is interesting. Khalil Roundtree, taking on Chris Daukaus. Chris Daukaus coming down from heavyweight for the first time, which he should have did that years ago. But anyway, both the same age, basically the same. Well, Chris Daukaus actually has 2 inches height and reach advantage. Khalil Roundtree, fantastic striking. It says syndicate, but really he's been out of Tiger Muay Thai. Chris Daukaus, fantastic BJJ, but he never uses it. You haven't seen him take anybody down ever, but he supposedly has good ground game. He's coming off 3 losses in a row, but they're 2 beasts. They're literal Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. Curtis Blades took care of him, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik. All heavy. Well, Curtis Blades is more of a wrestler, but still. Jairzinho Rozenstruik and Derek Lewis are heavy punchers, like one punch knockout type heavyweights. Chris Daukaus now at 205, so you got to consider that. And he's taking on 3 wins in a row. Khalil Roundtree, he beat Modestas Bukauskas, Carl Roberson, and most recently Dustin Jacoby, but that was a robbery. Dustin Jacoby should have won that fight. He won more rounds, but Khalil Roundtree got the nod anyway. Also, I'd like to add Chris Daukaus, before his 3-fight losing streak, he knocked out Shamil Abdurakhimov and Alexei Olenek, knocked them both out. But Khalil Roundtree's got way better stand-up striking, and Chris Daukaus, he can win if he gets it to the ground, because Khalil Roundtree sucks on the ground, but he won't. I've never seen him do it. I've never seen him try. He thinks he can stand and bang, and I think he's going to get caught. And I think Khalil Roundtree is going to beat him. That's my pick, unfortunately, because Officer Chris Daukaus, he used to be a cop. He retired, though. It sucks that he's, starting to lose his way out of the UFC. And his main training partner is his brother, and Kyle Daukaus does use the ground game. He does use BJJ, does get submissions, does get takedowns, but Chris Daukaus never tried to. No attempts, no takedown attempts. I bet your stats are like 0-0-0, whatever, for takedowns. You know what I'm saying? But my pick is Khalil Roundtree, TKO, probably round 2. I don't know. What are you thinking, MPTV?
From my memory, I've seen Khalil Roundtree fight a lot of times. And I remember back in the day, he went to Bangkok. Maybe he still does it. And everyone was making a big deal because he looked good that night. And ever since that night, they're calling him Bangkok Ready Khalil. And then he looked lackluster for like the next couple fights after that and looked like totally different fighter.
Ooh, look at the size advantage, though, on
Daukaus coming down from heavyweight. I'm surprised he made the weight. I'm really on the.
Well, he was always light. He was always like 230 too. When he weighed in.
Yeah, he's too small. He's never performed well in the UFC, at least against a striker. So that's something else I'm thinking about. But yet he does have the jiu-jitsu in his back pocket. At least he has it. Khalil don't got that. You get in that cage, at least Chris Daukaus has that. He'll know what to do if it somehow gets down to the ground, if he can last. So I'm still on the fence. I kind of want to go with Daukaus just because it's like plus money, and that'd be like the only reason. The other fights, I at least found a reason. This is the fight, the only fight. Maybe the chat can help out. But for the sake of the show, oh, man. I guess I'm going to go with Chris Daukaus just because he has that jiu-jitsu in his back pocket. Hopefully his chin will hold up. He's going down a weight class, and that usually doesn't help. I'll probably end up looking like a fool, and he'll probably get knocked out in the first round, but I'm going to pick Chris Daukaus if I have to pick. He's in my topology. I picked him.
I don't blame you. Parker Porter's a striker. You beat him.
Oh, good
Rodrigo
point.
Nascimento. But, I really want Chris Daukaus to win, but I just don't think my head's saying Khalil Roundtree is going to probably finish him.
I think you're right.
Dave, what are you thinking?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's a little bit scary. Let's go with the stats real quick. Chris Dacos, strike time per minute, 6.41 versus 3.67. Wow, that's a lot. Strike
Wow.
absorb, 4.19 versus 4.48. If this goes on the feet, Chris Dacos definitely has the advantage.
Negative striking differential for Roundtree.
Oh yeah, his accuracy
negative?
is 38% and his defense is 50%. He sucks on the feet. Killer Roundtree on the
Wow.
feet, not a great thing. And Chris Dacos taking on defense, 100%. The fact that he's going down a weight class, I think he's going to be improved on the cardio. His power might not be there, but the volume is going to be there. And the volume at 6.41 compared to 3.61 is just ridiculous. Average fight time, though, which is a little bit scary for me, is 3.15 versus 8.0. So if this does go into the later rounds and the cardio is in question, I'm a little bit worried about Chris Dackhouse's cardio in the third round. But man, the power is still going to be there. Round one, round two, Chris Dackhouse pieces him up. This is not going on the ground because Chris Dackhouse taking on defense 100%. You see him in the face-offs. Look at the size
Chinny
of him.
though. But he's chinny. He's been knocked out his last 3 fights in a row
By heavyweights.
I know, and they're all like Derek
Not
Lewis.
by this guy.
Those.
And Khalil Roundtree, I mean, I like you, Khalil.
Yeah, Roundtree's got 2 knockouts in his past 3 fights.
Yeah, but against Carl Robertson, which is meh, and Bukowski's, which was not a knockout, that was a sidekick. He got lucky on that one. I'm going Dackhouse on this one, guys.
Man, you guys would get me to jump on the other side of the fence, but
I mean, his back's against the wall. I mean, he hasn't won a fight since he left his job as a police officer.
right, he
better
needs
win.
this win. But I just
I mean, look at his losses: Derek Lewis,
I know,
Blades, Rosenstruck.
and they're
Come
like
on.
I think
This is the first time he's actually faced a fighter he can beat.
Blades and Derek Lewis were both I think they were main events too, headliners.
Dang, Dev is going with Roundtree round 1.
So is
That
Nick
might
Alexander.
happen too.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Roundtree. He's Tiger Muay Thai. His striking's on point.
Nick Alexander, best comment of the night. All right.
Pick it.
Oh,
buys
the
and
main
stop
event.
it.
We sure on this one? We sure here?
Yeah, we're good. We're good here. You guys are on Dawkins, and I'm on Roundtree. Reluctantly, though. Reluctant. I don't like it, but co-main event. We got old ass Cub Swanson double-digit losses, 28-13, taking on the Black Canadian Hakeem Dawodu, 13-3-1. Odds are a little bit wide on this one as well, right? Well, not that bad. Hakeem Dawodu is minus 225. Cub Swanson plus 185. 39 years and 9 months, though. Almost 40. Hakeem Dawodu right in the prime at 32. Cub Swanson, Jackson Wink on Tapology says Jackson Wink. Hakeem Dawodu, some gym out of Canada, of Alberta or Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Champions Creed. I don't know about that. But Mean Hakeem, man, coming off a loss to Julian Erosa, but he's decent striker. He beat Michael Trezano, Jersey's own. Lost to Mozart Arvlev. Before that, he beat Zubair Tukhugov. Fantastic win there. And Julio Arce. Cub Swanson, Chrome Gracie, who was a one-trick pony, just jiu-jitsu only type guy. He knocked out Daniel Pineda. He lost to Giga Chikadze. He beat Darren Damage to Elkins, and he lost to Jonathan Martinez. Man, this is a tough fight, but I have to go with Hakeem Dawodu. He's got the youth. He doesn't have double-digit losses like Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson, he was good, but I think his years are past. You know, he's on a hard decline, and I don't think he's gonna get the win here. I think Hakeem Dawodu should be able to take care of him. What are you thinking, MPTV?
Yeah, this is one of those fights that I'm telling you, like, the better overall martial artist, the person who has both jiu-jitsu and striking, is Cub Swanson. Hakeem Dawodu is probably going to want to keep this fight standing and win those exchanges. But, oh, man, I think I'm just being an ageist. I think I'm going against Cub because he's 30-something in 39. We got Hakeem Dawodu in his prime at 32 years old, and he's a good fighter. He's fought good competition too, and I just, I'm being an ageist, but it's cutthroat, and
Also,
we're trying to pick winners.
Not to interrupt, but Cub Swanson usually fights at 135. This is at featherweight, where Hakeem Dawodu is always at 145. He's so Cub Swanson's he's going up a weight class too.
I respect Dev a lot. I respect Dev. Dev has Cub via KO, man. That's golly, dude. That's a bold pick right there. Good luck. But if I'm gonna try to pick, my thing is I want my percentage to be good, 75% or up, 70%. I think Hakeem can get that for me. I'm gonna go with Hakeem Dawodu.
Dave?
So I get where MMA Juice is coming from, because Cub Swanson going upper weight class, I'm okay with that. As an older guy, you're not going to be able to cut the weight that you used to. But the one thing you retain as an older guy is the power. And Cub Swanson has that knockout power. We've seen him do it against Darren Elkins. He's knocked out Pineda. Kron Gracie got by decision, but I get it. But I mean, that Cub Swanson knockout power is a real thing. As an old man, I can attest to it. The knockout power is still real there. The speed's not there, but the power is there. Let's go over the stats real quick. Cub Swanson strike landing per minute 4.64 versus 5.33, and this is where the bookies are going to get their edge. Is that Hakeem does have a better strike advantage. He does have a better strike absorb as well. The 3.73 for Cub Swanson versus 3.15. Now, if this does go to the ground, I don't see this going to the ground. If it does, takedown average advantage to Cub Swanson. Hakeem's not a takedown guy. I do think he has good takedown defense at 65%, but I think Hakeem has the experience to not be able to take this down on the ground. I think he has the volume. I appreciate Cub Swanson going up a weight class. He will keep his power, lose his speed. Hakeem lives at this weight class. Hakeem all day long, guys.
Did you show the face-offs? Let's see him.
Cub, I love you dearly. I'm a huge fan. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate the do-rag thing. I hate that thing on his head. Hate it.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Get over your shit.
Whatever. You picked a girl because the other girl was wearing yellow. So
No, I'm just saying. No. I said the yellow carries more weight than what it should.
Yeah. That stupid skull cap thing carries more weight than it should too.
So don't look at it.
I'm on Hakeem as well. It's stupid. Hate it.
Maybe his barber canceled.
Maybe. He looks like the guy from Bloodsport, the one that does this. And then Frank Dukes knocks him out in like 10 seconds.
It's crazy.
Okay, so odds are at Cub Swanson plus 187, Hakeem minus 225. How do you feel?
Actually looked like
That's good odds. That's what it should be. He looked like what?
He looked like an extra in the movie Fight Valley. Like one of those.
One of the best movies ever made.
It was the best movie. Actually, my whole family came in the living room and watched it with me, Ranj. My mom.
Oh, that's great. That's
my
awesome.
dad.
You know who I like Caitlin Chukagian. She was like the parking lot fighter. No, she was that was
man.
one of the best roles.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna actually be in the movie. She was like in
She-
1
she's
second
like
and then out.
Yeah, she only had a few minutes, but it was awesome because she was the rough parking lot fight girl. It
What
was
stuck
good.
me in was the beginning when like basically Misha Tate was grounding and pounding somebody, and then she looked up at the camera, and the stare she gave to the camera drew me into that movie, and it was over. I was sucked into that movie.
Yeah, spoiler alert: the twist was Misha Tate was really the bad guy, not
Oh man,
Cyborg.
that was
Not
like
Cyborg.
this.
Everybody thought Cyborg was the bad guy. No, it was Misha Tate was the bad
That was some M Night Shyamalan type ending.
guy.
Serious.
Oscar worthy. All right, main event. We got Vicente Luque taking on RDA Rafael dos Anjos.
Jesus.
RDA double digit losses again, which I tend to fade a lot. 32-14. Vicente Luque, the silent assassin, 21-9. Vicente Luque's out of Killcliff, hardcore trains with Gilbert Burns. Rafael dos Santos out of King's MMA, which is California. I don't know who he's working with. When I was at the bar for lunch today, I saw a lot of like ESPN shit, and they kept showing RDA. I don't know why. I don't know if it means something, but I'm gonna go with brain hemorrhage, Vicente Luque, and he did have a brain hemorrhage, and I think maybe his last fight or maybe the Bilal Muhammad, but I know he definitely had brain hemorrhage.
Yeah.
But he must have passed physicals and shit because he's fighting here. And he's 31. RDA is 38. 38 years old. Edging up to 40. Yeah, I like Vicente Luque at plus, not big plus money, but still plus money nonetheless. He's taller. He's got further reach. He's younger, better record. I like the silent assassin, Vicente Luque. I know RDA does have like contender skills. He can fight with anybody and make it a good fight. But I got Vicente Luque here at plus money, edging out the victory. I'm going to take him by decision too because I think both these guys are pretty durable. I don't think nobody's going to get finished by either. So, yeah, brain hemorrhage. I know it's something to take. But you know what? I think you can have a little brain hemorrhage and not, can't you have like a little one or something? I don't know, like he's cleared to fight. He passed physicals. They do that, so they can't be bothering him now. Oh, Noah Allen, welcome, saying RDA by decision, but I'm gonna go with Vicente brain hemorrhage, silent assassin, Luque. MPTV, what are you thinking here?
Man, this is like for me why I don't even want to do DraftKings lineups this week because I'm gonna lean heavy on Vicente and be right in there for the big money and come to this fight and then RDA just show out. Or I'm gonna pick RDA and then Vicente Luque is gonna show out. And it's just like because I can't afford to take them both. And I really have to get this right because this fighter is gonna be on the premium lineup or the top lineup, whoever, because it's 5 rounds.
You got a 5-rounder. Yeah, you got to put one of them in.
Maybe both of them, but I most likely just one of them. So this is really difficult, man. This is really difficult. I'm gonna go with the natural welterweight.
I think Luque is a little bit taller, a little bit bigger. He is on Tapology as well. RDA is 5'8". And Luque is 5'11". Reach 70 for RDA, 76 for Luque.
RDA fought Fiziev, and I had RDA in that fight, and I feel like if it was 7 years, 8 years, 9 years earlier, it's RDA's fight all day because I think he kind of started to come on a little bit in the third. He has a pretty good gas tank. We'll see how it holds up. But I'm going to go with the natural welterweight. I'm going to go with the Vicente Luque. He's no stranger when it comes to the ground. He handled himself well against Chiesa.
RDA lost to Chiesa, by the way. He lost a decision to Michael Chiesa. MMA math.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the younger fighter, younger, bigger.
Yep.
Vicente Luque.
Dave, what are you thinking?
I'll bring some stats into it. Vicente Luque, strike line per minute 5.49 versus 3.56. Way busier fighter. Mind you, 5.51 strikes landed, strike absorbed versus 3.21. Both of these guys are even as far as the plus minus ratio on striking. Pretty close to it as far as I'm concerned. But Vicente is definitely the busier one. If this does go to the ground, though, I'm worried. RDA 2.05 takedown average versus 0.51. Takedown accuracy 50 versus 35, which is not good for RDA. Takedown defense 61 versus 59, pretty much a wash. Not great guys on the ground as far as I'm concerned. If this does stay on the feet, I really like Vicente Luque's volume. If this does go to the ground, RDA will have the advantage. Will RDA be able to take it to the ground? As the smaller, shorter guy? I don't know. Maybe not. Let's go to the bookies. Vicente Luque, plus 100. Rafael Dos Anjos, minus 125. As far as the fight to go the distance, yes, plus 130. No, minus 170. So the bookies are looking for this fight to not go the distance.
You know why? Because RDA is old. His cardio's gonna sap.
That's it.
Before Luque.
So, as far as I'm concerned, Luque has that finishing ability. In his last 5 fights, he's got that submission versus Chiesa. He's got that submission versus Woodley. He's got that TKO versus Randy Brown. Rafael, submission against Barberena. That decision against Mosiano, which doesn't help me. And that decision versus Felder. So if this is going to go to a finish, I think Luque has the advantage here. I mean, I like that submission. He's got the ground game. He's got the TKO. Man, don't make me lean to Luque because I'm going dog here, guys. I'm going the bigger guy with the reach advantage. I'm going Luque.
Me as well. We're all in agreement on the underdog again. That's good. All right. It's 10:15 Eastern time. I got 15 minutes, so we have to do our 3-leg parlay. I don't want it to be chalky, but I also don't want all underdogs. So we gotta be smart about this. We agree on pretty much all of them except for Dawkins Roundtree, Nchukwi Dobson, McKinney Breeden, Marshall, Bulgarian. All the rest of them were pretty much agreeants. Let's try to keep the girl fights out of this parlay. It's so chalky card though. A lot of chalky, a lot of favorites. Maybe we'll throw in. I like Polyana Viana though. That's plus
We're
money.
not putting girl fights in this.
All right. All right, fine. So, without girl fights, Damon Blackshear's minus 275. Yuck. Let's see. We're all on Marcus McGee 370. Josh Fremd 350. Fuck them. No, we're gonna have to either throw girl fights in or chalky fights in. All right, Vicente Luque. We're all on him at plus 105. He's making it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I got him at plus 100. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Hakeem Dawodu would be the next least chalky at minus 225, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's actually great.
And then
for this,
we're all on Tafana Chikwi.
After that,
no, I'm not. I'm on AJ Dobson, and so is Ranj.
All right. Well,
yeah, I'm on AJ Dobson as well. So, fuck the Don age liar, 28, my ass, maybe 38. Look at him. Looks like Idris Elba plus 5 years. You know Idris Elba?
Yeah.
The British black actor. That's what it looks like, but add 5 years and 20 pounds of muscle. Let's see. I guess Martin Boudet minus 220. But that's a sloppy heavyweight fight, and Josh Parisian's hype video is hit elbowing and.
Oh, that's a horrible hype video. That's a hype video when you've already taken the guy down and beat the crap out of him. And you're just,
I love it though. The hammer fist and he's so fast with it. But okay, and the odds minus 220. Everything else is over like minus 300. Everything else is non-playable unless you include girls.
and we don't like Francis Marshall, right?
No, I'm going with Isaac Dalgarian. So is MPTV.
That's right. Yep.
You like Francis Marshall? Fuck him, Fire Marshall. Let me show you something. Let me show you how I get beat by Isaac Dalgarian in the first round. I want to put Polyana Viana in it. I like her plus 160 plus money. We all agree on her. I know we don't include female fights, and plus an underdog too. But man, I think out of all the rest of the fights that we agree upon that aren't
minus 200, I'll swallow it.
Polyana. Yeah,
minus 200, I'll swallow it.
I think she swallows.
She's not. She is Viana is an underdog, right?
She is.
Ranch, I set you up. You did not need to do that.
What? Look.
Yeah,
Polyana's a lot.
Plus 170. Polyana's plus 170.
Yeah, I got her. I don't know on Bet Online, but I'm gonna do the bet right now. I gotta log in. But yeah, so let's do Hakeem Dawodu, Vicente Luque, and Polyana. That's gonna be nice plus money because we have 2 plus money people in there. The only favorite in there is Hakeem Dawodu. Unless you want to do a super chalky one.
My confident pick a couple weeks ago was Nico Price, and he got starched by Robbie Lawler. And then my other confident pick last week, and it's the only times I put confident pick in front of my prediction. It was Hadley over Durden, and Durden smoked him. And this week, it's funny because my confident pick, maybe I'm should fade myself, but my confident pick is Luana Santos. And I kind of wish she was going in your parlay. I know that you think Juliana Miller is going to win, but since she's not an option, I'm for the plus money because you could go Blackshear, Boudet, and Dawodu and take the safe chalky parlay, or you can go Viana, Vicente, Blackshear, and you can go for the most beneficial if you hit. So I'm with the most beneficial if you hit if you're gonna do it.
Okay, so what's the final parlay there, Ranch?
It's Viana, Luque, and Dawodu plus 646.
Yeah, that's nice. That was like the Derek Lewis one. Yeah. I don't know who else we had. That was Derek Lewis. You had another guy who was like a plus money 105. He won, and then you hit your other favorite, and you hit for 700. So that's nice.
So I've got a plus 680 on Bet365. $100 bet pays off $848 with a $68 bonus. So plus 680. Man, that's the biggest plus money bet we've had in a while there, Ranch.
There it is. 3-leg parlay plus 646. We got Polyana plus money, Vicente Luque minus 105, and Hakeem is our biggest favorite out of those 3. But look at like Josh Frem minus 350. That's not, you can't put that. Marcus McGee minus 370. You could do a confident parlay, but really it's too chalky. You're not gonna you're gonna make money. $100 make you 646. $10 make you 4, so except Viana. Yeah, I know. I don't like using women, especially underdogs, but I think she's gonna beat Lucindo. Lucindo's like unproven to me. Viana's been in the UFC. She's been around.
Guys, this is a horrible card.
And this is
horrible card. Like, let's be honest.
This is so hard.
Coin flip on every single one, guys. So The dogs are going to come in on this card because this is brutal. I'm surprised that he even didn't know I put this on. It's bad.
No, it's toward, it's because a lot of these guys, they're fulfilling the third fight of their contracts. You got 3-fight contract. A lot of these people are on JP Bay's third fight. If he loses here, he's done. You know what I'm saying? Mike Breed and Terrence McKinney, both of them back against the wall. Whoever loses that fight, they're cut. Josh Friesian, he should have been cut 2 fights ago. But then he beat Alan Badeau. That's why he didn't, that's why he wasn't cut. But, what I'm saying? Martin Boudet, he's not even that good. I'm thinking, yuck, that's horrible. Let's see. I do have some. Montserrat Ruiz, but we don't use girl fights. We're all on her too. That's plus 200. Fuck yeah. But I don't know. I think we might cash in our 3-leg parlay. The guys in the chat, if you don't feel confident, Pollyanna, just do the Dawodu Luque. That's still, that's still come out plus money. I don't know how much, but JP by flying knee. Holy fuck! If that happens, you're big plus money. JP inside the distance has got to be freaking like him. Just money line. JP Bay's money line is plus 290. If you put it inside the distance, it's got. Let me see. I got Bet Online right here. Let's check it out.
There is a total of 7 fighters coming off of wins in this whole card. These are a bunch of losers trying to come back. Guys, this is a horrible card. These are look at the wins and losses. Everybody's coming off of 1 loss, 2 loss, trying to make it back. Man, this is, if you guys do well on this card, congratulations. Good luck.
You know what? I think I did well in Bellator tonight because my balance is bigger than it was before the Bellator fights tonight. I think I might have won something in Bellator.
How much are you up?
It looks like $140. Let me see my bets. This is on Bet Online, which is not my points bets. That's my biggest balance, and that's the one I love to play. But let me see my because I know I did a 5-leg parlay for Bellator, like a 5-leg combo thing, round robin. So I just want to, man.
You know what? Full disclosure. I'm gonna keep McGee in our Tapology League just because I like what I've seen out of him with my own eyes. I did a little tape study. I picked him, like I said, against Johnny Newsom. But
he's minus 370 though. He's the widest, biggest favorite on the entire card.
No, I'm saying if you got a degenerate itch, I might scratch it. The way I'm gonna scratch my degenerate itch is I'm gonna put him in a DraftKings lineup for sure, because it's I seen that one ugly spot on McGee's record. He got choked out by a LFA guy.
I won baseball. I'm sorry. I won baseball. Tampa Bay Rays, Yankees, and Reds all won 3-leg parlay. That was plus 387. Yeah, I didn't bet a lot on it, but I did win there.
You got a little hedge right there, a little protection now.
Bellator must still be going on because it's not settled yet. So,
anyway. But JP Buys is more dangerous than the guy that Marcus McGee lost to. He's more dangerous. But, he's got a bad rep. I don't know.
Yeah, I think JP Buys ought to hook up with Montserrat Ruiz. His line should be like, "I loved when you spit on Cheyenne." That should be the open line. Hey, okay. Let's see your South African wrestling. Name one fight Jerry Newsom did well. Yeah, right. But that is the best fighter that Mike McGee's ever. Or what's it, Marcus McGee? It's the best fighter that he's. Don't get me on JP Buys. Come on, I can't bet JP Buys. JP the watcher. Yeah, he's a cuckold. He likes watching other people do it. Don't get. I gotta go. I'm tipsy. I got a 5K obstacle course race tomorrow. You guys are getting me drunk on Friday night live stream. Roman spits and the picture. I just pictured it. Starting. Nick Alexander, you're bad dude. Show that fake Jacqueline Amarine girl again. Show that the areola. I'm just we spent like 3 minutes looking at that, and it wasn't even her. We're looking at Jacqueline Amarine on Instagram, and it wasn't even her. I'm like, oh, you can see her nipple right there, and you got look at how thick she is. Dave's like, did she make weight? Wasn't even the same girl. Wasn't even the same person. It was totally for Jacqueline Amarine.
That's the highlight of the show.
That was the highlight of the show. I love Instagram. David ought to show up more. That's more important than stats. Instagram is more important than your stats. It's like the face off and then Instagram, most important things. More Instagram is better than Tapology too.
Hey, seriously, like that's one thing that I picked up. That's one thing I learned. You know, I sat down, I watched your show, and I noticed that you like to go to Instagram a lot. And then some other cappers pay attention to like canceled fights, and they'll always catch the canceled fights and always let you know about the canceled fights. And I picked that up. I started to use that too. And now my whole process is so long, it takes forever just to get through one fight because I'm picking like when I really want to, I will put it through this 10-step process that, you know, this cap does this cap does that. Right. But I love that.
You know where who does MMA fortune teller? He's from like Florida. That dude, his whole show, he runs the Instagram on every single fighter while he's doing the breakdowns, and that's where I picked that up because I don't have time to watch fights, but Instagram is going to show you where they're training, what they're doing recently, like all that good shit. So anyway, fatter ass theory is undefeated. It is. Who came? Oh, Juliana Miller came with the fat ass bikini, showing it. I took her. Luana Santos, though, she's a beautiful girl. The fat ass theory, it does work. Oh, ooh, I don't even know what that last shot was. I feel dirty though. What is that? Oh, there's fake Jacqueline Amarine. That's what Jacqueline Amarine, the fighter, wishes she looked like. Anyway,
you know the preference inside of me.
Oh, look at that picture, hot. Tan lines. That's hot. All right. Well, my family's not even here yet, so I can watch porn with the volume up. So I'm just playing. I got to go to bed because I got to wake up for a 5K. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Oh, stop. Now you're getting nasty, Dave. That's not even.
Go back to where we had it.
I was like, look at Jacqueline Amarine. She's a hoe. She's not even showing ATT training pictures. She's just showing pictures of her fat ass and her titties. And it wasn't even her. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, but
I want to start following this person now.
Me too. Hope you got to only
just for memory's sake.
Fake Jacqueline Amarine. I'm going to follow her too.
Let's see. That's your shot right there.
No, I'm just joking.
There's the areola. Is it areola? Is that what that's called? I can see the goosebumps, the tan goosebumps. Anyway,
she spends a lot of time in the sun.
Yeah, in the booth, in the booth.
It's always outside, that lady.
Okay, let's stop putting porn on Ranj's channel.
It's not porn; it's just Instagram. Anyway, good promoting Jacqueline Amarine, the fake one. We never even found her real one, but anyway, thanks guys for sticking with me. I do have to end this program. Good luck tomorrow, guys.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you guys.
If you haven't already, joined Tapology group number 926, BC Dave, USC Murdersboro. You guys are all on this already. I'm sure you are. If not, get the fuck on there. And we'll see who wins tomorrow.
Shut it down before you cancel. I got to shut it down anyway. I got to get some sleep for my 5K tomorrow. So good night, guys. I'm going to win Tapology. So good luck with that. JP will raise Roman's child.
The other way around.
I told you. I hope it comes out Jun Young Park's child. That would be great, right? If it comes out with slanted eyes, oh, fantastic. That would be the best. All right. For everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out, and good luck tomorrow on your bets.
Shout out to the new Holler Hair girl.
Oh, the new Hollerhead girl.
Yeah.
My heart still has a little spot for the old Hollerhead girl, but the new Hollerhead girl, she's something. She's good. I think she's a little too young for my taste. I like over 30 because I'm 49, so I don't feel dirty. That girl I feel dirty with. But anyway.
Yeah. Hey, it's a pleasure, guys. I appreciate you having me on like always, Ranj. Thank you so much.
And thanks for coming in early today. I appreciate both of you guys. I know Dave had to rush home from work just to make it.
I know. I seen him. I'm glad he was there once I opened up the box, or y'all let me in. It's good to see you too, Dave. Hope you have a winning weekend, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.
Good luck.
Yeah, you sure will. You sure will.
All
right, guys.
Fuck you.
All right.
Nice way to end the show, Dave. Nice way to end the show.
Thanks.
I dig it.
All right. Good night, guys. Take care.
Good night. You too.